Our next step is to go ahead and repeat this process on OpenSea. So let's head over to OpenSea and go ahead and get started. So same thing as we did before, we actually log in using MetaMask. So I'll use the MetaMask wallet to log in, or I can directly use my Coinbase wallet. OpenSea actually supports the Coinbase wallets. I'm going to stick with MetaMask for now. And you can see here, I need to do the same thing I did before. I authorize MetaMask to connect to this new site, and then we're in our OpenSea account. And of course, there's a create button up here on the upper right hand side. So I go ahead and click on create, and then we'll sign and create new item. And there's a very similar dialog here to the one that we saw on Rarible. So we'll do the same thing this time with a different picture. So it looks like I can upload images, video, audio, or even 3D models. It looks like they support some 3D model formats like GLTF, which is really cool. So if I had a whole 3D model I wanted to upload, I could actually do that in here. So OpenSea has a couple more options than Rarible does. And this time we'll go with my chocolate donut, and I'll call it Chocolatey Goodness. Chocolatey Goodness seems like a good name. So good, you could almost, or so good, it's almost real. We'll put that in as the description. I will not add it to any particular collection. I don't need to add any properties or levels or stats or any of this other stuff. These are just sort of additional data that you can associate with NFTs on OpenSea. Again, you can add unlockable content, which I won't do. And another feature of OpenSea, it's a slightly more open marketplace than Rarible is, in the sense that you can put up really almost anything you want. Rarible has more limited terms of service. OpenSea is, well, it's more like the open sea, if you will. So I can put explicit content on here, or even pornography. In my case, this is just a donut, so I don't need to tick this radio button here. If you were selling something a little bit more adult, you might want to tick that box. And I will set the supply to 1. There will be 1 of this NFT, and we will use the Ethereum blockchain. Great, so I will go ahead and click create, and we'll go through the signing process again, just like we did on Rarible. Great, you created Chocolatey Goodness. Right, so we're now actually ready to list the item for sale. We're not quite done yet. We actually have to set up an auction or set a fixed price for the item, and then we can list it for sale. So the way that most things are sold on OpenSea is actually through a timed auction. So in this case, you set a minimum starting price, and then you set a time limit like 7 days or 2 weeks or whatever, and give people an opportunity to bid for the item. In my case, actually, you know what? Let's stick with fixed price. I like doing a fixed price. You'll also notice there's a slight difference between timed auctions and fixed price sales, in that the currency that's used seems to be different. So what's going on with that? So if I choose timed auction, the price is listed in something called WETH, or wrapped Ethereum. This is because in the auction format, you need a way to guarantee that the people placing the bids can actually pay up. So you have them convert their Ethereum in advance to this sort of pre-prepped package of Ethereum, the wrapped Ethereum, that will then be released if they win the auction. This keeps people from bidding more money than they have, or from backing out of the auction later. So fixed price, you use regular Ethereum. Timed auction will use this wrapped ETH, but it really doesn't matter to you as a seller which one is used. You still get paid in Ethereum. So let's go ahead and just go with fixed price. I'll set the price to 0.001 Ether, which is about $4.50, $4 to $5, depending on the day. The price can fluctuate. Right now, it's about $4. And we'll set the sale duration to be 6 months. And you can see, of course, just like with Rarible, OpenSea is going to charge me a service fee for processing the transaction. And then I have to click complete listing. And this is where you'll notice something interesting. So if I want to complete the listing, I have to initialize my wallet. So this is something OpenSea makes you do if you're a new member. You have to actually attach your MetaMask wallet to OpenSea by paying a gas fee. A gas fee is a kind of a processing fee for binding the wallet to your OpenSea account. And at the time that I'm making this video, I don't have any money in my wallet. So I'm actually not going to be able to do this. You can see that the fee is actually pretty high. It looks like it's around $20 right now. So the fee to get your wallet associated is a little bit high. Gas fees are based on the number of transactions that are happening on the Ethereum blockchain. As Ethereum becomes more popular, the gas fees have tended to rise. But luckily, this is a one-time fee. Once you pay the fee, the wallet is set up and then you're done and you can confirm your item for sale. So at this point, if I wanted to finish this listing, I would now have to go ahead and pay this gas fee. I'd have to pay to have my wallet associated with OpenSea. So let's go over to Coinbase and see if we can actually add some money to the MetaMask wallet. So I'll go close this for a second. We'll decline that gas fee for the time being, and I'll go ahead and go back to Coinbase and we'll go to send, and we'll try to send maybe $20 or $30 worth of Ether over to MetaMask. So I'll click on the MetaMask plugin. This big number up here, that is my wallet ID. That's what I need. So I actually want to go ahead and plug that in here and then pay with Ethereum, and we will send maybe $30. And you can see right away that some of the money I've added, because it was added recently, is actually on hold. So Coinbase isn't going to let me send anything until the money clears from my bank, which could take a couple of days. So be aware that if you're planning to sell some NFTs, you need to get your Ethereum ready in advance. You need to make sure you have Ether sitting in a wallet ready to go in advance. Otherwise, you could have a problem like what I'm having right now, where I actually cannot send the funds from Coinbase to MetaMask, and therefore I can't list my item. So just make sure you're doing the sign up for the crypto exchange and for the wallets as far in advance of posting your NFT as you can. Don't worry if you end up in the same situation I'm in, where you don't have any Ethereum that you can actually send to MetaMask. You can leave your item sitting in your OpenSea account, so it's not going to go anywhere. If I go over to my collections, you'll see that Untitled collection is sitting here, and once I have enough money to pay the gas fees, I'll just go ahead and set up the transaction, bind my wallet, and then I'll be done, and the item will be for sale on the OpenSea marketplace. And that's it. That's how you make NFTs.